What's up, Wompsters? Are you a fan of the improv stylings of Matt Besser?
You should be, because he's a legend.
Well, My Dead Wife, the Robot Car is a 10-episode improvised series from Matt Besser, and it's out now on Stitcher Premium.
It is what it says it is, because when Matt signed on to be one of the first testers of self-driving cars, he had no idea that the AI personality of its operating system was his dead ex-wife.
My Dead Wife, the Robot Car features Matt Besser, Horatio Sands, Danielle Schneider, keeping it right and tight per usual, John Gabris, and many more.
You should listen up on Stitcher Premium now, where you can find all of your secret stashes, like our special behind the paywall episodes.
Go to StitcherPremium.com/robot and use promo code WOMP, W-O-M-P, for a free month of Stitcher Premium. Oh, yeah. What's up, Wompsters? You ready to womp up the jams, womp it up? It's the beginning of school, y'all. Get your pencils and your papers, because the professor's in town.
I was enjoying that laid back. Normally you attack it.
I'm exhausted.
You bail hard. But that was like I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here and I'm
groovy.
A queer, get used to it. It's exhausting. The first week of school has knocked me out.
Well, you have to get up again early, right?
And we don't start till, we do our garbage can runs, but then at 5 a.m., but then we have a 6-hour break. And then we start up again around 1:30.
Right.
And then those 2.5 hours we have left of school, almost destroy me. Just trying to, sit crisscross applesauce and listen, turn my listening ears on,
Well, you haven't been in my class. Where have you been? Sounds like you've been in a child's class.
Wait a second. I thought that was my internship at the early years preschool.
What are you talking about?
I was doing on-site internships. That's what you said to do, to pick a place and go.
No, we're going to explore your areas of interest, and then we'll have to reach out and get a mentor. Have you been showing up as an advisor at a preschool?
That's right.
And they're letting you?
They are.
And you're listening to the teacher and crisscross applesaucing it, not leading children.
No, we're doing Letterland, so we're learning A says ah, B says buh, C says cuh.
Those are things you already know, Marissa.
Do I? Because it feels like the first time. That's what she said.
No, that's not what she said. That's a very classic American rock song.
The kids love me. I will say that. Maybe I should be in early education.
Well, hey, let's follow that dream. But come on to school, because you've been tardy, and I'm going to have to go visit your mom. Because you have been out.
If you can find her, good luck. She is.
I can, believe me.
Not
if
home.
Anybody can find her. I can find her.
Well, she's in Orlando. We know that. But other than that, we have no idea if she's ever coming home.
She's been in Orlando a long time. Do you want to do it again, or you feel good about that?
No, I feel good about it.
All right,
you know what I've learned in preschool is that if I just try, that's enough.
That doesn't sound right to me.
We back to basics, bitch. Womp up the jams, womp it up. If you take a long nap, you get a cookie. That's what I learned in preschool.
You can pee your pants all night long.
That's right.
Right?
I have been peeing my pants.
Feels pretty good, right?
It does feel good because
they have diapers your size there?
No, I've been just taking a couple changes of clothes in my backpack. Anyway, it's weird that they're taking care of an adult like this.
It is. I'm going to have to reach out. Where's that called?
The Early Years Preschool on Washington Boulevard.
They should have come to the preschool I was running behind the Jersey Mikes.
Yeah, they heard about that, by the way.
Got shut down. That's why Early Years is so overflowing.
It's so popular.
Yeah. Anyway, tell people what you're listening to.
What's up, Wopsters? This is Marissa Wompler. I am a senior and at Marina Del Rey Public High School. This is my 6th senior year, so 6 times a charm. I am a student at the Stars Academy, a.k.a. Spaz Academy, which is run in an alternative learning program run in the basement of the Marina Del Rey Public High School. My teacher to my left, Charlotte Shardog Listler.
Hashtag turnaround.
Former sniper turned educator.
Always an educator.
Always an educator, as I am. Listen, I'm been seeing the world through your eyes. And
Wow.
it's got a lot of power to it.
You're not
get the-
educating anyone. You are
You
in
get
an
the first
educational
crack.
setting.
You get
Everyone
the first
around
crack at the clay.
getting educated.
You get the first crack at the sandbox.
Again, you are behaving as if you were a 3-year-old at this school.
Yep.
Okay? You're not teaching anyone.
I am teaching by example. I'm leading by example. As the great Maya Angelou did. At any rate, this podcast is my senior project. It's been going on for nigh on 6 years. And we are I am interviewing people in the environs at the school.
Right.
Getting a pulse on things here at Marina Del Rey Public High School and beyond. And today we have with us a little pair of turtle doves. Shirley Baskets is a freshman here. And now, so this is all new for her. This is your fourth day at school. Is that right? As a freshman.
Yeah, and I don't even understand why we have to go to school. I already know everything I need to know.
You know what? That's what I thought until I realized that I had forgotten the alphabet. So there are things to learn here. Oh, the places you'll go, Shirley Baskets.
Oh, is this Evanescence? You think I would like that? You think I would like Evanescence?
Just based on the clothes that you're wearing and how many safety pins and rivets are on your clothing, I thought, okay.
Now, Shirley Baskets.
Forgive me for trying.
Shirley Baskets.
Tell who's here,
is
though.
Not unaccompanied as
Thank
a
you.
minor.
Oh, I wish I got emancipated.
I brought donuts.
Ah, her
Who
aunt,
doesn't love donuts?
her aunt Lotti is here. Aunt Lotti is top to bottom leopard print today.
Love it.
And sparkles.
Fabulous.
And she has been dropping off donuts, actually weekly, to our studio, which is the Marina Del Rey Public High School Library. And she knows the way to our heart. She has wanted to get her daughter on Womp It Up.
She's my niece.
Oh, sorry, your niece.
So sorry, you're about to set off a firebomb over here. Of explosion of emotions.
Are you sure you don't want to get a restraining order against her? I would, but I called the judge and they were like, you're 14.
You called just a random judge. I like that kind of hop to it
Wherewithal.
attitude.
I called Judge Kavanaugh. Didn't take my call.
Well, he's very busy right now.
He's in
Oh,
a session.
darling. You're going to be a star, and every judge and Judy and secretary and principal's going to know it.
Now,
Love you.
Aunt Lotti
Yes,
has
honey.
just relocated from where was it that you guys came from?
From Maryland.
From Maryland.
Rural Maryland.
Rural Maryland. You guys have come out to join the business, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Well, not me, of course. The star is sitting next to me.
The star is Shirley Baskets. And Shirley, what is your talent that you're going to be bringing to Hollywood? Because everyone has to kind of differentiate themselves. For me, it's-
Sleeping. My talent is sleeping. You want to see my headshot? It's a picture of me sleeping. See?
No, this is just a shot that Aunt Lotti took while you were asleep?
Yeah.
And you've printed it up?
Yeah, this is why I wanted a restraining order against her.
You know, I went on the internet and I found that you could use your iPhone to take a headshot.
Oh,
and I looked at the
okay.
framing. And she wouldn't sit still, so I did it while she was sleeping. And
Hey,
you know what? Gorgeous.
do what you
no
gotta do.
wrinkles.
You do what you have to. No wrinkles. She's only, how old are you, 13?
I'm 14. I said it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do I look 13? Do I look like a 13-year-old Evanescence fan? Oh my God.
Well,
She's 14,
I have to
but she
say-
does play 9 or 10. I just want to put it out there.
Well, you
Are
cut
covered
her
in those black clothes and rivets, and your hair is a
bowl
weird,
cut. That's what's
weird-
crazy is you have literally given your niece a bowl cut. Did you cut that yourself, Aunt Lotti?
Sure did.
Because you wanted, now your model, you were telling me, was when Leo DiCaprio was on Growing Pains.
That's correct.
You gave her that
Love that you know that, girl.
because you thought that that's a great model. He got into sitcoms and then look at him now. right? Dating young models. He's always in the Isle of Capri, snorkeling.
He has an incredible career too.
Yes,
we want to
as
focus
well.
on that.
As
Yeah.
well.
I hate outdoor
I
activities.
just hope that she's at the bow of a boat with a Celine Dion song screeching in the background and a jewel around her neck. That's all an ant could wish for.
That's all.
Oh,
Now,
wow, Titanic. That's what we're going for.
Now,
All right.
this is if the longtime listeners of Womp It Up and also Marissa Wompler remember, I was your age when I stumbled into the Earwolf Studios and I started to record. I was the intern for Comedy Bang Bang, and I threw on the cans, and that's how a star was born. So you
Is
don't
this a
know.
job offer? Are you offering her a job?
No.
Oh, this is terrific.
The answer is
I
no.
to write home to
No,
Maryland.
Aunt Lottie, no. That was my path.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like Leo DiCaprio had his
I mean,
own
we
path.
could use an intern because I just like have a lot of.
No.
Special
Just
skills.
Sidebar
Yes.
for just 1 second. Just talk amongst yourselves. I don't think we want Aunt Lottie 24/7 because she's a lot.
We don't need her.
I think it's a
Come on,
package
just
deal.
put a little lip gloss on, dear.
No, I don't wear makeup unless it's black.
See what I mean? I don't need this kind of fighting.
Well, they wouldn't both be here. Though.
No, they will.
Use
Aunt Lottie
whatever
is-
boobs you have and shove them up, girl.
See, Aunt Lottie comes with her to school.
Okay, well that's not right.
It isn't right, but I'm saying like
She's
you
here
get
all
one-
day.
Yes.
How is that? Is she
shadows
like an
her.
aide? She
She said
I don't need makeup to be a valet. That's my dream, is to be the valet outside the Earwolf Studios.
valet. Hey,
I like
Interesting.
cars.
She likes
jumping up.
cars. Okay.
It's a jumping
All
up.
right. Well, anyway, you know what? Let's put.
see how this goes.
Let's see how it goes.
see how
Let's
this
put
goes.
that internship on ice.
Okay.
Just until we see how it goes, because honestly, a young Marissa Wompler, she wanted it. She wanted to be there. I'm not, now I didn't show up regularly, that's true, but I knew where I was going to be, radio podcast fame, and that's what we've achieved. I don't see her wanting it. Purely enraged to be here.
I hate glitter.
Except for the fact that Shirley's face is the cutest face I've ever seen
What?
in the world.
Well,
I mean,
it's
you've
adorable.
covered it up with black makeup, and you're under that bowl cut, but you are
Cute as shit.
fucking cute.
You're cute.
That is
hear
like
that?
the worst insult I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, you could succeed on that face alone.
Oh, absolutely. She's like, I mean, if I could say she could be the next Shirley Temple.
Oh.
So, Aunt Lottie,
You're
I
a
get
jet,
it.
You're a jet all the way.
uh-oh.
When you're a jet, you're a jet.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
All right.
Aunt Lottie, you did some community theater back in rural Maryland.
Oh, you know it.
See?
Oh, Oklahoma,
Oh,
where
no.
the wind comes sweeping down the way.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to dive into that and the different things you did back in rural Maryland. You want to go home though?
Do you guys have a bed here?
Uh-oh.
Just the floor. We're sitting on the floor.
I want to
so-
show you my special skill by sleeping through the rest of this podcast.
Okay.
Wow,
Hey,
that's
hey.
gonna be boring as
Listen
shit.
to me. Listen to me.
Especially on the air cans.
Great, I can get some new headshots.
Hey, Cheryl, could you listen to me for 1 second?
Terrible name.
Do
for
I
a
need
child.
to take off my headphones to do that?
No, you can hear me through the microphone. Is that right?
I wish I couldn't.
Hey, Shirley, I can see a lot of me in you.
Wow.
Okay? And I was angry too when I
Still
was
are
a
angry.
freshman year.
You? No way.
Yeah, no, I was. I was angry because there were problems at home, and we're going to get into where your mom and dad are and why
we're
they
not.
let you go with this clearly clinically insane woman to live in Marina Del Rey. I assume you guys live in a fully furnished apartment, like a long lease
Yes.
type of situation, long-term lease. It's gotta be.
It's like us and a bunch of divorcees.
That's right.
Men.
And some
But there's a
strippers.
pool.
And some strippers. Is that right?
Yeah, they did teach me a
They're
thing or two.
dancers, sweetheart.
They're dancers.
Yeah.
So, but what I want to tell you is this creating of art, it could be your ticket out. Okay?
You think this is art? I think it's bullshit.
Okay. Is this what it's like to be you?
No comment.
Because I got to tell you, I feel like smacking this little cute piece of shit upside the head.
Oh, maybe I should tell your preschool teacher about that and you'll get a nice time out.
Ding dang.
Okay.
Oh!
Hey.
see, look,
I want the record to
Why
show.
don't you be
Suck it.
respectful?
Suck
She
it.
is
Why don't you
slapping
be
Suck it.
her
That's
hard
my
palms
move.
aside
That's my move.
her vagina.
Hey, I'm your elder, and I want respect. If we were in an Inuit village right now, I would be getting respect.
And I'd be eating a raw salmon.
That's right. Okay, so you wipe that little smirk off your face and you start being respectful on my podcast. Wow.
This is like the military. Very exciting.
Well, we should go to a break.
This is horrible. Is this how I treat you? Just say whatever comes to my mind? I don't think before I speak or think, how would that affect me? How would that make me feel? This isn't all about you, Shirley Baskets.
Oh, that belongs in a museum. Look at this art.
Fuck this shit. She's on my last nerve.
You need an art dealer.
What do you think? 40 more minutes of this? You can do it?
I don't know if I can. And you've signed up for a lifetime.
Look in the mirror.
It doesn't look good.
Ask the hard questions.
Yeah, why don't you ask if you could suck it? Suck it.
God!
She's again slapping her hard palms.
We're going to a break, and in this
beside her
break, Shirley
vagina.
Baskets is going to take a good look at herself and come correct.
Maybe she's just got to pee or something.
All right, we'll be back with more Womp It Up, you little shit. Stop looking at me that way.
Whatever.
What's up, Wompsters? It's Jessica St. Clair.
And Lennon Parham.
We are very excited to talk to you guys about one of our favorite new apps. It's called Calm, and it's the #1 app for sleep, meditation, and relaxation.
Calm gives you the tools you need to live a happier, healthier, and more mindful life.
Now, if you feel stressed or anxious during the day,
If you have trouble sleeping at night,
if you need some more coping tools, which I honestly have never met somebody who couldn't use a few more coping tools, Calm is here to the rescue. Just 5 minutes of Calm can change your whole day.
no wonder it was named Apple's 2017 App of the Year.
Try it out. Even if you do one meditation a day, I swear you're going to see a huge change in how calm you feel.
Both Jess and I practice meditation, different kinds, and it really doesn't matter what you do, just do something.
How about this? I used to have a headache every other day, like a serious headache. I started meditating. I literally never get a headache anymore. That is
Sometimes.
how impactful that is.
But so rarely.
So
compared to
rarely.
like once a week.
That's right.
So go to calm.com/WOMP, WOMP. Get 25% off a Calm premium subscription, which includes hundreds of hours of premium programs like
Guided meditations on anxiety, stress, focus, and relationships. And what I love about this is you can actually pick a meditation for the specific feeling of stress you're having. So if it's, oh God, I just had a fight with my boyfriend, is there something about relationships I can listen to? You can even listen to these things, honestly, while you're driving around in the car. Just don't get too deep into the meditation, you know what I mean? But it will calm, it will chill you
maybe
out.
they should be stationary.
Sleep stories are like bedtime stories for grown-ups.
And there's also a brand new meditation each day called the Daily Calm.
So for a limited time, Womp It Up listeners can get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/womp.
It includes unlimited access to all of Calm's amazing content.
Get started today at calm.com/womp and tweet us, is your life better? Because I bet it's gonna be.
My front window.
Welcome back to Womp It Up. Our guest today, an angry preteen teen.
You haven't seen me angry yet.
I think I
wow.
have.
She's
I think
got
I've
you
seen
riled
just
up.
enough. Her name is Shirley Baskets. She's just turned 14 years old, a freshman here at Marina Del Rey. She just moved from rural Maryland with her Aunt Lotti.
I brought more donuts.
You went out and got more donuts?
On the break?
Yeah, just took a quick break.
You don't have to butter us up. You're here.
You're here, Aunt
Thank
Lotti.
you so much for shining a light on my beautiful little niece. She's got a lot of emotions, which is good for acting.
Well,
true.
apparently. Now, you guys have just moved in. And what is the name of the complex you live in?
The Great Forest.
The Great Forest Apartments. Oh, that is a very dark place to live.
Not
Is
a
that
tree in sight, man.
There was a shooting there recently, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought it was fireworks at first. Because
No, in
rural
fact, they
Maryland,
found
we just put off fireworks all the time.
They found a dead body, actually, outside the lobby of the Great Forest Apartments, and it had been there for 3 days.
Yeah, I
before
saw
somebody...
it, and it didn't affect me at all.
Okay.
What
It was
what
very
do you mean it
disturbing.
didn't affect you?
I saw it and literally had no reaction to it. Felt literally nothing different than I was feeling before.
What were the emotions you weren't feeling?
Well, basically, I was excited to open a bag of Sun Chips, and then I saw the dead body, remained excited to open the Sun Chips, ate them, and was not satisfied with them because I thought they tasted a little more like Doritos. And then I just went home, didn't say anything about it.
You
Don't
didn't
think
tell
about it.
anybody. So you saw the dead body. Now, do you think it was a fresh dead body? Like, was there blood that you could see that was red or...
Yeah, there was blood, whatever. Who cares?
Were you a witness? Did they interview you about? Because I think you were the first one to see it.
You were on channel whatever, a local. Who is that woman with
of course.
the big tits?
She looked great, didn't she? Not her, big tits.
So you called in and said, my niece saw the dead body first and put you on because that thing went viral. They put it to song.
Yeah, auto-tuned it.
Yeah, she's trying to get me on Big Brother just because I was like auto-tuned.
Yeah, and that was actually, that speech that you gave was quite harrowing, actually.
Yeah.
About the bullet hole you saw in the guy's forehead. It was right between the eyes.
This
and they
is
put
her
it to
Law and Order
music.
audition, don't you think?
I don't think.
Well, I think there was a lot of, she was relishing in the details and the gore of it, which, could, I don't know, lead to the preclusion that she might be a psychopath.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, if
that's
not dealt
fair.
with.
The Blacklist is that the show? The Blacklist.
Honestly, calling me a
Spader?
psychopath is like the nicest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Makes up for you saying my face is cute.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the two go in hand, A lot of psychopaths, they appear on the surface like a very nice, normal person or...
Like Dexter, he's very handsome.
Very charming. Have you seen that?
I've seen the posters for it.
Okay.
I want to talk about some posters that are really upsetting me.
Can you save it? Because we have a whole segment about what's bothering us.
Okay.
Right?
It's that baby with the finger put in it, that demon baby from American Horror Story, the
Apocalypse.
Is that the new season?
That's a fetus.
Yeah, that's not
The one that's
right.
covered in black? Or is the,
No,
the
it's
baby's red and the hands are black?
hand is black. That's feeding it a
But
finger.
the black is like blood black or something.
Well, it's really upsetting, and they're everywhere. I don't think that's right. I'm not tuning in to see Apocalypse, the last season of American Horror Story. So why are you forcing me to see that image that will then haunt my dreams?
there have been a lot of those posters around lately.
Yeah, and I don't like them.
Yeah, like the poster for Get Shorty. It's just like two ugly men.
She's very well educated, isn't
Both
she? And
comedic, we celebrated comedians in the Hollywood world.
Who?
Okay.
Well, Ray Romano, that's one of them. He's one of the most
love him.
successful comedians of all time, and the other one is Chris O'Dowd.
It hurts my eyes when I see it because I'm
Old
like,
people. You don't want to see old white men.
no,
You don't
thank
like
you.
it.
I'd rather see a dead fetus.
Can I ask you a quick question, Shirley? Do you have a crush on anybody yet? It's been 4 days of school. Now your Aunt Lotti has been accompanying you to all your classes, which has got to feel just like a
Suffocating.
lie.
Nightmare.
Suffocating. Nightmare. I agree with you. Aunt Lotti has got to take a break and find her own life. You do, and we're going to get to that. Yes?
okay.
Sorry, Lotti. We're going to give you some
It's not
truth,
too late. It's not too late for you.
I've had a wonderful life. Just
You're
full,
saying had.
brimming.
You're saying I've had.
Yes,
As in
and
past
now I
tense.
dedicate my life to my beautiful niece, Shirley.
Okay, sound like you rode like a little old lady backpack on the back of your niece out here. Your reason to escape the rural confines of Maryland, and now you're here, and you can't let her go because if you let her go, then that would mean that you don't have a purpose, but you don't know what your purpose is because you need to find a purpose for yourself.
And we're going to talk about your
Okay.
ex-husband who died in a ham bone scenario.
It was tragic.
What's a ham bone?
That was hilarious.
Are you talking about ham bone, the rhythmic beating on your thighs and chest? That ham bone?
Nope. I'm talking about Richard Simmons visited a man named Hambone. His nickname was Hambone. He was so fat that when he died, they had to like take part of the roof off and lift him out with a crane.
Yeah, and they did that to my uncle, and the crane snapped, and he fell to his death, and that was the first dead body I ever saw, which also never affected me.
That's right.
Got it.
I did my own Googling about you, Aunt Lotti.
Yes.
And I came up with, and I saw you being interviewed about that, which seemed to be horrific. I don't know how your uncle got to be, how many pounds was he?
My husband?
Your husband, I'm sorry.
I used to make donuts with the
You know what I'm
Amish.
talking about?
And pretzels. You know those little carts that come by? Well, I just befriended some of the Amish people, and I learned how to make it. Jellies, jams, whatever.
And you force-fed your husband until he was how many pounds?
He was withering away for so many years.
No, he was 434 pounds.
Indeed. 434.
He was way more than that. He was way more than that. That was
To have snapped a crane, he must have been.
He was definitely like a ton.
Okay, so that's something you're leaving behind, and I agree with that move, okay? We got to get out of that town where that happened, but we don't want to make the same mistake, okay, with Shirley. Shirley, you're a regular size. That's fine.
I
I'm
don't
just
eat
saying-
donuts.
I don't.
You know what? We don't care what size you are as long as you're
course
living
not.
your best life, right? You're a tiny, tiny person.
Like-
For what? 4'6"?
My
I mean,
height?
you're still growing into it.
Yeah,
at
I'm
14.
4'6". I didn't.
You're
like,
a
get my
pocket
growth
person.
spurt yet.
Is
You're
that
a
what?
pocket person.
Like a Polly Pocket?
Oh my god! I
Polly
used to play
Pocket.
with those. Those are so lame.
I would love her to do a commercial
This is
for
a
Polly
Napoleon
Pocket.
situation.
It's
All
just
right, we
tough
should do
because
our
I
what's
can see
cheesing
that
you,
Shirley
okay?
has been robbed of her childhood. She had to watch her uncle be lifted out by a crane.
I want
and
to
then
know
it
why
snapped.
she was the adult, though, so soon, so early, right?
Because first of all, where are her parents?
Well, that's what we're going to find out, okay? But right
Why are you
now,
so obsessed?
we're going to do What's Cheesing You, which is our segment where
You're gonna love this one, Shirley. This is where you get to talk about
What's
something that's
bothering you.
bothering you, something that really pisses you off.
take turns and go around, okay?
Okay,
Fine.
okay.
Who's first?
Well, first we're gonna have to listen to this.
What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you?
So now, Shirley, did that sound like normal speaking to you? Because that's her screaming, but that's what you've been doing to us all podcast. Did that sound normal to you?
Yeah, that sounded great. In fact, I turned up the volume on my
I
cans.
saw you did that.
Yeah, as soon as she started, I was like, that's speaking my language.
What's really interesting is that from what I've learned in preschool, anger is a secondary is a secondary emotion. It usually covers something underneath.
Wow, you learned that at preschool?
That's right.
'Cause that sounds like therapy.
Well, I was having a lot of temper tantrums. And so the director of the school called me in, and we were really trying to dig down deep to find out what is my anger, what's underneath my anger.
Right.
And usually it's deep sadness. Have
No.
you ever cried, Shirley?
No, my anger is covering anger.
Well,
I don't believe that. So we're going to be, this is later, but after we get through this anger, while you're doing your rant, your what's cheesing you, unofficially sponsored by Digiorno Pizza. We're trying
You could
again
definitely
to
tell
get a
it's delivery.
sponsorship.
You could tell it's not delivery. You could tell.
Don't say that because we have reached out to them officially to see if they will sponsor us
Don't
again.
do it.
I guess we just have to stop saying that they can go fuck themselves.
I'm prepared to, and now here's Shirley saying you can tell it's not delivery.
Oh yeah, that Aunt Lottie one day was like, "Got delivery,"
And you knew.
yeah, because she took it.
Impressionist.
She put it
Out of
in
the
a box,
freezer.
a Pizza Hut box.
Yeah.
I crafted his pizza box. It said Lottie's Pies.
We're
and
never
I
going to
put
get,
it-
see, we're never going to get sponsored if we start saying shit like this. We're never going to.
What do you want?
We should be talking about how delicious the pizza was. And instead, this one's saying you could tell it was frozen.
freezer burn.
Okay. All right.
I tried,
While
Let's go
you're
around.
doing your cheese, Shirley, I want you to feel, is there any sadness coming up? Because if there is, I want you to let it out just a tiny bit. Let the
you
air out of the
wish.
tires.
Okay, I'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
ants. I mean, not the ant uncle kind, but tiny little black ants. They're
They're out and about in your house
they're
too?
out and about. And I don't live in a house, but if I did, they would be there. I woke up this morning, ants covering my face.
Ooh.
Okay. Now I had eaten half a macaroon and left a piece of it on the ground, and they were swarmed the macaroon, and they were also at the edges of my mouth and crawling around my face. Now, not the way to wake up. Right? Now, those little ants, their mouths are too tiny to bite you, but doesn't it feel like they're biting you? I wonder if somehow they're grabbing onto like your tiny
hairs
skin
or something?
hairs.
Yeah,
the
trying to
fur that
find some
covers our
nutrients
body.
on it.
Something like that. Or eating, they also come in your bathroom because they like that dead skin. They like to feast off.
We're
skin
trying
that
to get
you
people
shed.
to tune in.
I love
this
ants.
is grossing me out.
I bet a lot of people, I want everyone to tweet about how they connect with how they fucking hate ants, okay? What purpose do ants serve? Anybody got an answer?
Well, something's eating them. An anteater, for one. You take away all the ants
There are
in the
no
world
anteaters in Marina Del Rey.
that you know of.
That I know of. Maybe someone has one somewhere as a pet. But all these ants can't be being eaten by that one.
Well,
and one guy's weird pet does not mean that I should wake up with ants covering my face.
How about this? How about A, get a dwelling that has a roof over it?
I know a lot of people with dwellings, same problem.
B, how about wash your face before you go to sleep? Don't fall asleep mid-macaroon. That's a me move. That's
Well,
not a you move.
Listen, some nights I want a late night treat and I fall asleep while I'm eating it. Listen,
I'm not judging you, but when you do that, you want to be
aren't
inside
judging
a
me.
house.
How about
you don't want to
wash
be
your
outside.
face? Well, all right.
If you're going to live outside in the elements, you got to make sure you're not covered in food.
like up on a pallet or something, right?
Well, remember
Like
when
just
you
a little
woke
bit
up
off the ground?
Remember when you woke up and that raccoon was washing your face?
Yes.
With
That was
his-
such a-
with
Get him to wash your
Tug?
face before you go to sleep, then the ants won't be there. Oh, suck it.
that was actually quite helpful. So
right.
the ending of it saying "suck it" is not. That doesn't make sense. Okay,
It doesn't make sense. Is that what I'm always doing? Because
Yes.
it's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it has nothing to do
You
with
don't
the
do
dong.
it as much now, but it used to be you would just drop some weird
So
sentence,
immature.
and then you would take both
Like,
hands
grow up, you know?
into hard palms and thrust them on either side of your vagina.
It's absolutely boring.
As if you were saying "suck this" like my dong, but you don't have one. Neither
No.
one of you
How do
have
you
one.
know?
I know. I could see the outline of your crotch right now.
I'm pretty sure that's a hate crime.
No.
no, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
No, it is't.
All right, should we go around? Marissa, you have
Yeah.
something that is
What's
cheesing you?
cheesing me besides those apocalypse, that little baby being fed a finger? I wonder if everybody in the
Read it
country
as
is
being
seeing those.
fed a finger.
It's sucking on a finger, on a demon finger.
I think it's holding on to it's just in the palm of the hand.
Well,
right?
I'll tell you what else is cheesing me. The first season of American Horror Story, I was lured into watching it by Connie Britton's hair.
Yeah.
I thought, I want to see what she's up to. Is she
Yeah,
doing
she's
something
always
different?
making a good choice, right?
Not on Nashville so much. Those curls I thought were a little much.
Oh, no, I didn't mean about her hair. I meant like career-wise.
That's right.
She's always worth watching.
Always.
You think she's the one choosing her hair when she's on a TV show?
See? Oh, you have been paying attention
Well,
to those classes,
Oh,
haven't
unfortunately,
you?
I know.
And you were an extra, Aunt Lottie tells me, on what was it? On Raven Explains It All, or what? Like,
Yeah.
That's So Raven?
And they gave me purple crimped extensions.
And you hated it.
That's
They got
so
in my
Raven.
poop. They were so long.
That show's still on.
If you are pooping and not getting your hair out of the way, that's a problem.
Not my hair, not my problem.
And that's why you weren't asked back. Also, you lit a trash can on fire at craft service.
It had a Nike symbol on it.
So that's why
That
you,
was
as
just a
your
couple
protest,
days ago then. Yeah.
because what I had heard, and this is just you told everybody at school, so I'm not saying anything out of turn, is that during the live taping of the show That's So Raven, you lit a trash can on fire. It triggered the sprinkler system, and everybody was drenched, including Raven.
Again,
Yeah.
this show is currently on the air.
Yeah,
Okay.
Raven was soaked. She was so upset by it that she has made it. It's not funny. First of all, an entire studio audience could have been killed in it.
In a wet accident? What
I
are they,
think
witches?
I was just double checking because I am familiar with that show, but not currently. It ended in 2007, so I think
Is this Raven Explains It All or something? There's another one. She's on one currently right now. What was it? Do you guys remember?
I don't know what the name of it
I
is.
just
We'll
said
find
yes when they called on the phone.
Yeah, Ravens in college.
Raven, back to class.
Back to class.
it out.
Raven's back at it.
Raven's Home, maybe.
Anyway, point is, Raven was so pissed she has said she's going to try to blacklist you from Hollywood.
Good. That's been my goal. Send me back to Maryland.
You know, I
What?
try so hard. I give up my life for you.
Hey,
Follow
that's your cheese.
dreams.
That's your cheese, Aunt Lotti. Let's hear it. How does it feel?
I work so hard to try to give you this new life. You're a shining bright star. You have so much to give. Nobody saw your talent when you auditioned for Annie. And
At the at the Maryland Community Theater?
yes, and maybe I'm talking about myself now. You know,
Maybe you are.
maybe I'm just speaking about me.
There's
and
that
what my
sadness.
dreams-
There's that sadness coming out.
Maybe. Somebody had a voice like an angel. And their parents didn't send them to class.
And you married the wrong man.
Maybe you married the wrong man. And
Maybe you
maybe-
force-fed him until
maybe
he
you force fed
almost
him your
exploded.
feelings. You know?
Wow, you force-fed him your feelings.
Because he didn't love you, and when you try to have sex with a big old fat blob, you can't even find his penis.
I saw that too. Didn't affect me.
Hi.
You saw them attempting sexual intercourse.
We
And
shared
you
a
saw
room.
your aunt searching,
This is dark.
only to realize that he was face down.
Didn't affect me at all.
Only to realize that the dong she thought she found was really a profiterole.
It was a maple glazer.
Tomorrow.
This is too soon. This is too soon. Nobody
many,
cried
many
during
years.
What's Cheesing You.
Oh, I see.
You're only a day away, Hollywood.
This is too soon.
I'm also very upset that I missed the deadline for the LA County Fair jam contest because I make a terrific fig jam and I put it in the wrong size. They asked for 4 ounces, not 6 ounces. I put it in 6 ounces. I brought it from Maryland. I missed the deadline. I couldn't.
Okay, well, there's always next year. And
tomorrow?
Aunt Lotti, if you don't come out of here feeling like there is more life to live for you, then we're not doing our jobs. Okay?
I thought you missed the input date for a jam, like a jam session.
Right.
Like you were performing in a live jam. Bringing an
I didn't
instrument.
realize they had that there.
I don't know if they do.
Because what I would love, honestly, here we are in Hollywood. Listen, it's obviously better than the situation that was happening in rural Maryland. I would love for Shirley Baskets to get to focus on school and being a kid. And Aunt Lotti, while she's in school, have at it. Pursue your dream. A lot of crazy, crazy people get into this business. You could be a professional extra. You could work craft service. Why not? Right? Make
What are-
little jams and jellies and different
donuts.
snacks for
we
actors.
always need more donuts on the table.
You hear that, Mr. Spielberg? Do you think he's listening?
Probably not.
Okay.
But we're gonna
I'm
find
available.
out. We're gonna find out what makes you tick. But you may be in
Okay.
the right place because there's a lot of crazy ass people here in Los Angeles.
And what's cheesing you?
What's cheesing me?
Yeah, Cheryl.
I don't know. I mean, all right, there's this like one thing I never told anyone. So I was playing Sims.
Yeah, that's a
online
game, an online game where you have a family, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what it is. I play
Can you
it.
tell everyone else what it is? Because they don't know.
It's an online game where you have an avatar and you get to set up a whole world and play it and you get to make it your perfect little world. And
The family you never had.
basically, I was playing it and I was about to like sell a lot of my wares because I am a ware salesman in the game, and I was selling my wares, was about to get a lot of money, and I was going to be able to upgrade and get a mansion when my parents died. I had to go to the funeral, and then was, so angry about it. I smashed the computer, and I never got another computer. So now I didn't ever get that mansion in Sims. So that's what's cheesing me. Okay, so that's
You feel sadness?
some
Are you feeling any
gorgonzola.
sadness?
No.
Gorgonzola.
There are tears sprouting, like literally flying out of your eyeballs.
What
do
are
you,
you-
do you feel that?
No,
Do you
it's-
feel the sadness, Shirley?
I'm allergic to.
Shirley?
I'm allergic to art.
That's good. Let it out. Let it out.
No, that's why I'm just crying because I'm allergic to art.
The money that we were going to make for the extra work, we had to pay for Raven's new hair, so we couldn't buy her a computer. So
And
Yeah,
those
so-
extensions do not come cheap.
No.
Because she gets human hair from India, right? Sewn in.
I had to pay back for my purple poop hair too.
we're never going
Why did my parents die? Right when I was about to get a mansion in The Sims.
I don't think it's about the mansion that we're feeling. They died and left you with a clearly mentally ill person to take care of you.
She's not even my real aunt.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're going to go to break. And when we come back,
We will be contacting Child Protective Services because this is an unsafe environment. And I know. This is making Seth look like Father of the fucking Year. We'll be back with more Womp It Up. What's up, Wompsters? Do you like Andy Daly? Well, you should, because he's the funniest fucking person in the world.
it's true. We love him as a person, as a human, and as a comedian. He's the best in the biz.
Well, he's got a new podcast, and here is the premise for it. It's called the Andy Daly Podcast Pilot Project. And in it, Andy and Matt Gurley are sent tapes of podcast pilots as if they're all in consideration to become an Earwolf podcast.
Now, really, all of these, quote, pilots are loosely scripted improv centered on one of Andy's characters.
Episode 1 is the cowboy poet Dalton Wilcox.
More characters like theater director Don DeMello, which we're familiar with,
Ventriloquist act Gil and Golly.
health teacher Joe Bongo, who you've heard many times on Womp It Up.
And Scottish tour guide Cameron McGonigal.
Airwolf fans have been asking for more episodes of the Andy Daly Podcast Pilot Project for years.
Well,
and
now Andy is back with a new batch of pilots. Season 2 is out in podcast apps right now. Andy has been on a ton of Earwolf shows. His podcast is incredible. You might also know him from Comedy Central's show Review. Who played his wife? Because God, is she keeping it right and tight.
Yep. And who played his one-time lover turned
Didn't care for
savior.
her. I thought she pushed it.
And
or
cult
from
leader.
Eastbound and Down, or his cast of truly insane improv characters. Special guests like Paul F. Tompkins, Lauren Lapkus, Jason Mantzoukas, and Matt Besser.
And also Jessica St. Clair and Lennon Parham.
AV Club called the show a pure distillation of Andy's demented brilliance. Have we said enough? Go listen to this podcast.
Subscribe to the Andy Daly Podcast Pilot Project in Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen, and you'll get a new pilot every Thursday.
You're welcome, America.
Dripping out my pores and I thought I would let you know.
Welcome back to Womp It Up.
All right, I just want to give you the update, okay? Raven's Home. It's a comedy family series, and it's a
It's
Disney
really called
show.
Raven's Home?
Though Raven Baxter is psychic, she wouldn't have never guessed she'd be a single mother living in an apartment with her twins, Nia and Booker Baxter,
I
and
would
her
guess.
best friend, Chelsea, and son, Levi.
That's a lot of people in one apartment.
2 seasons in, and the most recent episode, let's see.
Is this the episode you guys extraed in? I'm wondering.
Yeah.
What episode was it?
I don't know which one. Did you guys, were you
Episode 6,
of season 1 or 2?
2.
Okay, let me just see
Just
what that
picture
was
all those
about.
characters wet.
Episode 6, The Bearer of Dad News. Yeah, that was probably
That was
a
a
good
probably
one.
that was a tough episode to come in on.
When Raven has a vision of Booker and
was
Nia
that the problem?
being upset over their dad's move, she goes overboard trying to do all the fun activities Devin normally did with the kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
Directed by Victor Gonzalez.
And he has since
Left the business.
left the business
Yeah.
because apparently they tried to get people dry and redo it. Victor had what can only be described as a psychotic break with the
Right,
stress of it.
right.
It was his first time
yeah.
directing.
They
actually-
CGI'd everything. We had to get back in the full suits.
They had
ping
to
pong balls.
they had to do a green screen type of situation. Wow.
screen.
That must cost a lot. But now Raven's bringing the ratings, so she
Yeah,
doesn't have to
on
worry.
Disney.
You know,
anyway,
when that director had his psychotic break, he actually broke their pet dog's neck. I saw that too. Didn't affect me at all.
so a dog got killed in front of a wet live studio audience, and that's all because of you.
No, what?
Shirley, look at the devastation. Wasn't there a hurricane, Shirley? There? There must have been. Are we up to S?
What?
Google Hurricane Shirley.
Oh,
because
don't.
that's
Please don't.
what we are in
Thought
the
you were
wake of.
asking Shirley, was there a hurricane? And yes, there recently was.
A Hurricane Shirley?
Uh-huh.
That's
No,
interesting,
I'm just
isn't
saying, like, there's actually a song about it by a man named Bobby Bear.
That's what she was named after, Bobby Bear's
Looks
Hurricane
like the
Shirley song.
that happened in 1957,
it? Interesting.
and then again in 1965,
So guess what?
Those are the last 2 times I ever had sex.
1974.
Maybe
The last 3 times.
we hey, why don't they get a little more inventive? We have other S names for hurricanes. Like, you don't have
Like
to keep
Satan?
calling it Shirley. Yeah, like Satan. Bring your fucking worst shit to me, Shirley. I have done it and said it. Okay, nothing you are doing is like inventive.
Yeah,
We've
whatever.
all lit trash cans on fire. We've all dipped our hair extensions in poop, okay? Oh my God!
All right.
Oh my God, she's mocking the way I talk?
Yep.
That doesn't feel good!
All right, we're diving into Listler's Love Lockdown. Now, you guys have been sending your real love and life advice questions to us at wompupthejams with a Z at gmail.com.
I'm not going down like Victor, man. I'm
Keep
not
it
going down like
coming.
that director. I will not be broken by this bitch.
And we are here to answer them. So thanks again for writing in. We'll start with this very on-topic question.
Great.
Hi, Listler and Marissa, longtime fan. I do not have a romantic love problem, but a familial love problem. I have a 2-year-old daughter and a 4-month-old daughter.
Okay.
My 2-year-old is joyful, beautiful, spirited, open-hearted little girl who I could not love more, but she can also push my buttons like no one else. My problem is that when she misbehaves in the heat of the moment, I get very upset and angry, and I yell at my daughter
I just
way
did that.
more than I probably need to. Most of the time, I can understand that she is a 2-year-old, and of
Right.
course, she is behaving like a 2-year-old. However, sometimes I feel, I don't know, disrespected, ? And I lose my cool. I feel incredibly bad afterwards because I look at her and she's a tiny human operating at her emotional level. I am the adult. I should know better than to lose my temper. Do you have any tips to help me pull me out of the moment and keep my perspective when my 2-year-old gets my goat? I acknowledge that my fractured sleep schedule and accrued sleep debt from my newborn does contribute to my incapability to deal with nonsense, but it is sometimes more than the sleep deprivation. I know Marissa must have some experience with Castaway since Diane has left.
100%.
And while I don't know Listler's exact timeline as a primary caregiver with her mixed child, August Wilson, I'm sure she must have some idea of keeping cool under duress as a former military sniper. On a separate note, could someone start the petition for the Marina Del Rey Jersey Mike's to have a secret menu item called the Wompler Platter?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? What would that include?
It would be a sampler platter consisting of slider-like proportions of 3 to 5 of their most popular sandwiches. I feel like the option to not have to choose between a Philly cheesesteak, turkey provolone, chicken club is the kind of American freedom that Marissa Wompler could get behind.
We can make Jersey Mike's great again together. Not
It's
time for that.
already
It's already
great.
pretty great.
It was great to begin with.
But that's
We
a
don't
great,
want
that's
it
a $1 million
mismanaged.
idea. And again, we're open to a sponsorship.
From
Did you
Jersey
ever
Mike's.
eat in New Jersey? It tastes nothing like Jersey Mike's. Did you ever eat in New Jersey? Not that far from Maryland. Tastes nothing like Jersey Mike's. It would be a sampler platter
Here
of,
we go
of
again.
shit sandwiches with my extensions in it. That
See?
sounds great.
Okay. Yeah, you've been to New Jersey. Great.
Whatever.
Okay, no, don't whatever me. You will not
All right.
have the last word. This is really interesting because, first of all, I'm so glad that she acknowledged that she's feeling tired, because how are we able to be our best selves when we are stripped of, you know, the nutrients we need as human beings? And that means good food, good sleep, and exercise.
Right.
I would like to first get pissed off at the culture, the American culture, that does not support new mothers. Okay? Because how are we? Okay, so now she's sleep deprived. She's probably not exercising. She's not eating well. And she's now going to heap blame on herself for like losing it with her 2-year-old. Well, guess what? That's everybody in that state is going to be losing their minds. Right? So fuck America and fuck all men.
All right. What I like to do when Marissa is losing her mind, and this is also what I used to do, you know, with August before I kept leaving, because whenever I left, it would be difficult for him, is I like to squat down, okay?
Get on their level.
Look them in the eyes, take a deep breath. You can borrow from Daniel Tiger, which I've been watching a lot, which is like you can give yourself a squeeze and count to 4, take a deep breath. There's songs you can sing from that.
Is that where you get it from, Daniel Tiger? Because that shit really works with me.
That show has a lot of good lessons. Use your words. Use your words.
Yes, I love that song. I thought you wrote that.
Yeah, I did. I used to write for Daniel Tiger. But anyway, I find that changing the physicality of the moment can help. When you get down on their level and you're not screaming from above, it changes the understanding.
Yeah.
And also, you're not going to scream probably squatting.
That's right.
And right into her face.
That's right.
I will also say children are made in our own image, in that they, like no one else in your entire life, know how to push the buttons that will very quickly escalate you to the most furious that you've ever been. And I know when you're at the end of your rope with the baby care, you also might need to find times to be like, I'm real tired right now. I got to take 20. You take care of this situation. To
and if there's not somebody else there
in your life,
you set them up with some blocks. Listen, we all got to throw on a video at times, okay? You set them up with some Daniel Tiger, and you go into the bathroom, go into your bedroom, wherever it is, you sit down and you take a couple deep breaths yourself. I would like to recommend a book that I am reading to take care of Castaway, because she's really pushing some of my buttons. And now I've got to be a mom. I don't know how old I am. I'm somewhere between 16 and 42. But I've been reading a book called No Drama Discipline.
It's great.
And this book was written by a guy, a UCLA researcher of the brain, about how the brain forms and how it processes emotions as children. And they don't believe in timeouts. Because I think
I do.
Isolating, well, I'm in a perpetual timeout.
Yeah.
But anyway, give that book a read or a listen to, because it had a lot of great tips for how to not only help your child to self-regulate, but also how to regulate yourself. I thought to myself, oh, wow, this is what's happening with my brain because often when a kid is misbehaving, it's because they're tired, hungry, need to go run around outside. And those are questions we need to be asking ourselves. And we got to put our own oxygen masks on before we put the oxygen mask on of the person that we're taking care of.
I think you also need to give yourself credit for doing a fucking amazing job 98% of the time. You lose your cool. You lost your cool, man. She's 2.
I think, too, when you lose your cool, I lose my cool on Aunt Lotti all the time. Yeah. I get angry. And I think sometimes that happens, but then I think the most important thing is then you tell that little piece of shit, sorry, I lost my cool. You get angry sometimes. I get angry sometimes.
That's right.
Wow.
I still always love you. I'm not specifically talking about Aunt Lottie.
Right, because you don't love her.
If I had like a different person who's taking care of me,
better caretaker,
person,
bloodlining,
but you're like, hey, I'm sorry I lost my cool there. Sometimes you lose your cool. When you do that, I do that too. I always love you. It's like acknowledging that you're not perfect. That's okay.
And you're modeling resolution.
Yeah, and I try to model that for my Aunt Lottie, but it doesn't work. She just sings, feeds me a donut, tries to get me to be fat like her dead hus.
Okay.
Right.
Any size is all right.
Aunt Lotti, you got any words of wisdom?
Well, I am dealing with a very difficult child who might not like. Oh boy, might not like me. Kind of rhymes with burly. I like to take a breath with her and count to 10. And you know what? It works.
Does it work?
Yes. We take a breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She gets to 10. You get it. And you know what? It works because it all gets us calm together. And you know what I realized?
What?
If Shirley, I have controlled her life for most of her life. Like, she's attached to a little remote control that I have around. You know what? If I was to, I don't know if I would like that very much. What if you had no free will and somebody was controlling you all the time? It might get frustrating, and just recognizing that.
So it sounds like what you're trying to do is have some empathy
Oh, yes, that's
for
the word.
what it's like to be Shirley.
Yeah.
To not have control and have people telling you got to do this or hurry up. How many times are we like, you got to hurry up, put your shoes on, put your pants on. They can't go
Transitions
fast.
are hard.
Transitions are hard.
Yeah.
But putting yourself in their shoes is a great, great tip,
And you
Aunt
just had a
Lotti.
huge transition in your life.
Oh, my God, yeah.
She went from being the only to being the other. And that's always tough stuff. And you went from being in charge of just one little one to being in charge of 2.
And they
you're also still got all those hormones raging in your body.
And they say the transition from 1 to 2, it's not like it's
twice as hard.
It's twice. Yeah.
No, it's not just twice
It's not
as hard.
just
It's like
twice
10
as hard.
times as
Yeah,
hard.
that's right. So a lot
All
of
right.
self-validation, lot of empathy, both for yourself and for your little one. You're
But
doing a
overall,
great job.
Better caretaker than I am. Hey!
How about this too? I'll just say this one last thing. If you can, throw money at the problem. Get some help. I'm serious.
Just throw money at your child.
If you can.
if you can.
Quarters.
All right, Marissa Lister.
Or barter. Sometimes you'll say it with another young mom. You say like, hey, can you take my toddler for a little while so I can take a nap? You know what I mean? While the baby sleeps. And I'll do it for you on next Saturday.
I love napping.
Typically, you read emails concerning troubled love friendship, but I was hoping you could give me some advice on something a little different. My wife and I will be celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary in October.
Wow, congratulations.
I would like to do something unique to mark this momentous moment. I cannot believe it is possible. I love her now more than the day we were married.
Isn't that sweet?
We have made many wonderful memories together, but we have been through a few financial low points too. Through it all, our commitment to each other has never been questioned. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
She means the world to me, and I would like to do something special. Okay, holy shit. Okay. Let me tell you the two. I mean, I don't know if I can keep reading this.
Are you
It's just
okay?
so-
Do you need me to take over?
No,
You've
no, no.
always said you don't want a partner, that you're fine by yourself, that you're okay.
Okay, let me tell you the 2 ideas I have had and why I'm second guessing. Okay, number 1, when we were dating, I used to make mixtapes for her. I have never made one while we were married. I feel this may be too predictable. She knows me too well, and I assume she may be expecting this. Number 2, I have lost roughly 40 pounds through diet and exercise since we were married. I don't like seeing the heavier me in our wedding photos. I thought about hiring a photographer to do a 10-year anniversary.
Oh, are you okay?
But I don't find it so tacky and inauthentic. Okay, I'm getting myself together. Okay. We are 2 historians who met in grad school
Jesus, is this like a movie starring Keira Knightley?
and now work in the museum historical preservation fields. We have 2 cats, no kids, love music, follow baseball, and enjoy good food and drink. Hopefully that's enough info for you. I really want to surprise her, make it #authentic. Any ideas? Best. Likely overthinking this in Maine.
Do both.
Do both.
The mixtape costs nothing. Tapes.
Also, she'll be sad if she doesn't get it. Don't
If
you
she's
think?
expecting it, she
needs to have it. And
Give her
that
the photo
shoot.
shoot in a museum.
Get her a white dress.
There is a
Surprise her with
I
a white
love
dress.
that. Surprise her with a white dress.
What is the white dress?
For her
wedding.
new wedding photos? She'll be in a beautiful white dress
I
that you
see,
get.
I see.
People wear white
Or
at
whatever
weddings.
is right for her.
Consult her best friend on that purchase. And you're in a gorgeous suit and you've got a photographer. I mean, she's going to
Have a mound of like 40 pounds of butter to show how much you've lost.
Nope. Now, Aunt Lotti, that bringing up something for you because your husband was your late ex-husband was never able to lose that weight.
Dead crane on his head.
Yeah, it's he was never able to lose that weight. I don't think I would let him because I couldn't let my feelings go, and I don't think he could let his feelings go.
Are you ready to lose that weight? That emotional weight you're carrying around?
I
that
think
guilt?
I am, in addition to maybe 20 pounds if I'm going to be on camera.
Listen, we could all drop 20 if we're honest with ourselves.
Not me. I'm 40 pounds and
Well,
4'6".
you would end up literally disappearing into dust. So no, not you.
I think this is a beautiful letter, and I wish I knew love that strong. And I also wish I had studied history now, But instead...
Well, it's never too late. You can roll in Marina Del Rey Community College.
That's true. And I could join the theater.
Yeah.
You can join the what?
The theater.
But then that's not history. You're a fool.
Okay. These two got
Theater history.
All right.
I would say if she doesn't listen to this podcast, you can read it, right? I'll write back to you on your email. I'm going to tell you when this episode is going to air.
That's fun.
So you can play this
play
for
it
her.
about how much she loves. Yeah,
and
you love
then
her.
you can do the things that you were going to do. Maybe play it for her in the morning. I think mixtapes actually would be nice because they would take effort right now because you have to find a cassette and a cassette player and recorder unless you want to make a mix CD. Don't
not
make
the
a
same.
Spotify playlist. But I think too, you're making
Nobody
a
wants that.
mixtape.
Nobody wants a link.
Nobody wants a link.
A
Wow,
mixtape.
return to
Yeah.
Each song connected to maybe one of the years that you've been together or something, or the
Right.
big moment.
I want to puke, but it's a good idea.
It's a good
Moments.
idea. You got it. You can't. This is a great idea. And
Women also love things in writing. Women love a letter.
Yeah.
If you wanted to write something to her.
Make a history book of your love.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Now that's getting me in my downstairs, Aunt Lotti.
Research it, right? Like a research folder full of all of
A
the moments.
dossier.
Suck it in a good way.
There are also photographers. You could find a photographer. I don't know where you're located, but there's one. Oh, you said in Maine. I know there's photographers in Maine that would do something unusual. There's a photographer named Ann Ploger. If you look up her work, it's kind of an unusual, like from the front perspective photo. And I very much enjoy her work. So if you could find something stylized like that, where you can kind of, it's just like a found moment in your life rather than a formal, like you're on a hay bale situation,
Unless
then that
that's
might.
what
So
Turns your
formal, man.
crank.
Those formal hay bales.
You'd
Anyway.
love to just get onto a hay bale in an evening dress.
But thanks for listening and thanks for writing in.
Yeah. All right.
All right, we have a couple minutes left and we need to dive in.
I've already started working on that screenplay, and it's going to start my sweet Shirley.
Already you've started
Okay.
writing that
Yes.
screenplay?
Yes, I
What's it going to be called? Do you have a title? Working title?
working title, past love,
The formal hay bale.
formal hay bale. Sure.
Well,
sure.
let's keep popcorning that one because I don't know if we've hit it. Now,
Your love is a present. Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Past.
keep
All right.
working on it.
It's gonna be a musical now. Hold on.
All right, guys.
Spotlight on. This is going to be too busy,
Well,
right?
this is a terrible song for Spotlight on. Nope. Is this just your, you want to play this song for
How
yourself?
about this one? Is this good?
No.
She's already crying. Let's do it.
That's a fake cry. Everybody knows that.
Whatever.
You trying to get out of this?
Good acting.
See, I told you.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. Honestly, what am I getting fresh
don't like any of
guacamole
this?
served to my table?
How about this?
That's better. Ladies, this is Spotlight On. We've been building to this. Aunt Lotti. Oh, God, she's already crying. What's
I just
happening
love
for
you
right
so
now?
much. All of you so much. I just love you all so much. You made me realize my dream. I'm the actor. I've been the actor the whole time.
That's
Me.
right. That's right. But also,
They want me.
Okay. Hey,
Huh?
but also,
Mm-hmm.
have you learned something about loving Shirley? What does loving Shirley mean?
Loving Shirley is like touching a hot coal. It burns.
It does. But does it also mean that you think about Shirley's needs more than your own?
Yes? Is that the right answer?
Hot coals burn, but they cook hot dogs.
Yes.
There's something
And that
in there.
maybe I killed my husband.
It does seem that.
You
It does
definitely
seem that
killed
way.
your,
Yeah, I
your
think maybe
ex-husband. You
I-
definitely did. And you know what? Okay. As we were saying to that mother, sometimes we make a mistake.
That's
If
not-
you were to
okay.
crouch down and say to your ex-husband that you're sorry, what would you say to him?
I'd say, Ralph, I loved you, and I'm sorry, and my donuts are just as delicious as they ever were. That's it.
Okay. Aunt Lottie, just like you got to go back to the drawing board on those titles, I want you to go back to the drawing board for that apology.
Okay.
I want you to start to try to contact your authentic self, okay?
Okay.
Try again.
Okay. Ralph, I'm so sorry.
This is her true self. Let it go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry.
It's like you scratch the surface and there's just more her, you know?
I think that's who she is.
Some of the best actors are the most narcissistic people in the world. That's the truth. Sometimes you need that. So Aunt Lottie, that might be what
Self-serving.
that might be your ticket. Okay? Now, but listen, I want us, because I have contacted Child Protective Services and they
Oh.
are on their way here.
Yes.
So I want us to get our story straight here. Do you want to keep Shirley in your life?
Yes, of course I want to keep Shirley in my life.
How are you related to her?
Well, I'm her aunt.
Not in real life, though.
Listen, she was sitting in front of a bunch of festering cats and parents, and no one else was coming to get her.
Her parents were dead at the time when you found her?
Yeah.
The cats were eating them. It did not affect me. That didn't affect me except in the Sims game.
I saw a little girl crying, singing like a goddamn angel. She was singing Tomorrow from Annie. I connected with her immediately. She was wearing a cute pink dress.
And you took her home and you raised her as your own. And I will tell you something, Aunt Lottie, that is a beautiful story of selfless love. You have it in you. When you take off all that mascara, okay, and you take off that skin-tight leopard print dress that is literally made for a teenager to wear, not a woman in her mid-50s.
Well, it is called Forever 21, not sometimes 21 or never
Or
21.
once you were 21.
That's a pretty deep cut, sick burn.
This is actually called kidnapping, and it's illegal.
But even if it's like,
Even if anything.
what should she have done?
What do you mean?
Let her to sit there and watch her parents' face get eaten off by a bunch of cats? That's just
She would have been
I mean,
taken into police custody. She's been crossed state lines. This is a federal offense.
Well, I'm not breaking up this family.
This is going to go public, and you've already called
Nobody
DCFS.
listens.
Come
to
what
this.
may,
Nobody listens to this podcast. Let's get rid of it.
away. Man, so stupid.
how you were
And
singing.
it's stuck got me.
These
So
two,
my cats are eating my mom.
we put her into the foster system, they will reject her. Do you understand?
No.
It'll never
These
come
two
out
fucking crazy
today.
people are meant for each other.
Bottom dollar
I just texted Child Protective Services. They're not coming.
Come what
I
hey.
just called them, and they are coming.
Fancy.
I just recalled them, and they're not coming.
They're coming. They're definitely coming.
I definitely made sure they're
texted
not
my
coming.
friend Thad, who works at DCFS, and he's coming.
Well, they're going to be gone before they arrive. Guys, I want you to get out of here. I want you to get out of here right now.
I hate you.
The movie's gonna be called Chapters! Chapters of Love!
It's actually the name of the erotic bookstore in town. So that'll work out.
Hey, that's been Womp It Up. If you're listening, Child Protective Services, please do
come
not
here.
come.
Please come.
We don't need your services.
come.
Digiorno tastes just like it looks.
Hey, this is Arnie from the comedy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern, a chat show I host from the magical land of Foon with my co-hosts
Usador, the Blue Wizard.
And Chunt, the shapeshifter.
Most weeks we interview adventurers,
Wedding planners.
Ambulatory trees.
but this week we have a special episode.
I am so excited to learn about the Earth lore contained in Pride and Prejudice.
We're going to do a book club of Pride and Prejudice.
And you said this is a well-loved book on Earth, right?
Yeah, it's one of those books that people love or were forced to read, or more likely it's one of those I'm gonna get to it's.
And some of our most beloved guests are returning to read the book with us and enjoy some drinks and food over book club.
We have Flower, we have Crom the Barbarian.
And Germ.
You know who they are.
Maybe you don't give a crap about what an academic thinks about Jane Austen, but don't you want to know what a wizard and a badger think about it?
Not enough spells.
Not enough grubs.
Not enough sword fights.
Whether you love Pride and Prejudice or have no interest in reading it and just want to listen to a book club go really off the rails, you'll enjoy this week's Hello from the Magic Tavern.
We shall defeat this book.